Hi folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and once again we're going to commentate on a game of X-Wing that Benny and I recently played. As you can see, I am the Rebel Alliance 3 X-Wings. Wedge Antilles with expertise in R2 Astromech. Wes Jansen with Predator and R2 Astromech. And Biggs Darklighter, shield upgrade with R2-D2. My tank, as it were. And Vinny was playing as the Imperials. He's got Redline, TIE Punisher, Concussion Missile, Plasma Torpedo, Concussion Missile, extra munitions for all of them, Lightweight Frame, and Accuracy Corrector. And Crassus Trelix in the Fire Spray 31, Engine Upgrade, Heavy Laser Cannon, Concussion Missile, and Flight Instructor. All of that came to 100 points like mine. So we did have to roll for initiative on the 5s. And when I say 5s, I mean pilot skill of 5. And he's rolling now. He got a hit, so he got initiative. He gets to move first and shoot first when it comes to the 5 pilot skill. Alright, so we're placing debris now. They can't be within range 1 of each other and within range 2 of the edge of the board. If that's changed, then I don't know about it. I'm old school. Alright, I think we're good. A little tighter on the middle there. Alright, so he's placing his 5. I'll be placing my 5 shortly here. Alright, there's Biggs. TIE Punisher. Not afraid of anything. And then here comes Wedge and Wes Jansen. Alright, so it's going to be face-off. So my goal here was to basically blow up the TIE Punisher before he could launch his munitions. That was basically my plan. And try and maneuver so that I could get within range 1 so he couldn't shoot his torpedoes or his missiles. Easier said than done. Alright, so his fire spray's moving. Again, he has initiative. He moves first and shoots first. He's taking a boost action, I believe. Yeah. And moving up. And if you hear a cat whining in the background, ignore it. Always does that. Okay, so Biggs is moving up 4. Taking a focus. He's moving 2. Not exactly straight there. Alright. That's alright. We fly casually. For those of you tuning in for the first time, we don't do things by the book 100% of the time. And we try, but sometimes we miss stuff. So basically my strategy here with the 3 X-Wings was focus on one target. Wedge Antilles, whenever he's attacking, he reduces the defender's agility by 1. And along with expertise, I could, just turn any focus into a hit. So I could take target lock actions and use expertise as my focus. And then my R2 Astromech just basically is 1 or 2 maneuvers are all green. And then we've got Wes Jansen, who, after attacking, can strip a evade focus or a blue target lock token from the defender, which is really nice. And I plan to do that with any of his ships. And when I saw that he had Redline, I saw that it wouldn't work that well, because I would be able to strip one of them, but not both. Because Redline's ability allows him to, whenever he takes a target lock, he can take a second one. So Wes Jansen would allow me to strip one of Redline's target locks, but not both. But at the same time, he has to spend a target lock to shoot a missile in the first place, so I'd rather him not be able to reroll anything. So taking that second one would really help me. Now, Biggs Darklighter has the ability that if anyone can shoot at him, they have to, as long as my other friendly ships are at range 1. Which they are in this case. So Biggs Darklighter has the shield upgrade, so extra shield, R2-D2, any green maneuvers will give him an extra shield. Crassus Trelix, he can reroll when using a secondary weapon. Reroll 1 die when using a secondary weapon. He's got the engine upgrade so he can boost. He's got a missile, heavy laser cannon, so that's 4 attack dice. Flight Instructor allows him to reroll a focus when he's defending, I believe. And his TIE Punisher basically is loaded for bear with missiles and torpedoes. He's got an accuracy corrector, so he can cancel all results and then roll 2 hits. Alright, so here I am doing some damage against the TIE Punisher. I did 3 hits on the TIE Punisher, so he's down to no shields. Rerolled target lock. With Wes Jansen, I really should have taken a focus here because Wes Jansen had Predator, so I could have rerolled with Predator and used the focus, but I wasn't thinking. So no damage. I did strip one of his target locks, though. And then his Redline gets to shoot Biggs. He has to. And it's range 2, so he gets to use a concussion missile, I think, is what he's using. He's got 2 focus and 2 hits. 2 blanks, so I take two hits there. That was unfortunate. Basically, with concussion missile, you can change a blank result into a hit. Had he used torpedoes there, he might have been a little better off. Well, he doesn't have proton torpedoes, but... Alright, he's using his missile on Biggs here with Crassus Trelix, rerolling 1 die per his ability. It's a focus to nothing. I got an evade, so that's, again, 2 damage. I take a face-down damage card, and Biggs is 2 points away from death. Biggs is now going to shoot at Redline. And target lock to reroll the focus. That's 3 hits. And so that's face up and face down. Major explosion, he has to roll. Nothing, so he just takes 2 face-down damage cards. And that is the end of the first round, or well, first combat round, I should say. Now, the nice thing is, if he wants to take a shot at me with the TIE Punisher, he's got to turn around. He does have a 5k turn with the TIE Punisher, but he won't be able to take a target lock, which is what he needs in order to fire those missiles. So I'm not too concerned with him K-turning. In fact, that's probably what I end up doing. Where else am I going to go? Luckily, also, the pilot skills worked out for me here. Redline has to move before Biggs, or before Wes and Wedge, which are the 2 closest to the fire spray. Biggs has a clear line there, so he won't run into anybody. But Redline has to move first, so if I choose to K-turn, I won't run into Redline. Alright, so it looks like Vinny is getting out of there. He does have a rear firing arc, though, and he's boosting. Which is fine by me. I did not want his ships... I didn't want both of his ships to be concentrating fire on my X-Wings. Alright, so there's my K-turn. Alright, and here's his... Okay, yeah, his 5k turn. I'm trying to get this here without having to move any bases, but... Again, we don't play to perfection, but there we go. Close enough. And I do 4k turns with them all, so basically just jousting back and forth with my X-Wings. They all take stress. Now I still have my target lock from Wedge. I didn't use it from last turn. So Wedge shoots first at range 3. And again, he rolls 1 less agility die, but his range 3 bonus gives him target lock. Alright, now I couldn't use expertise here. And Vinny reminds me of that because I'm stressed, so I turned 1 back into a focus. 1 evade, so he takes 1 damage. That's marksmanship, or not marksmanship, that was Predator, so no damage. Wes Jansen not doing too well with the hits. Redline, what's he doing? Accuracy corrector, turning that into 2 hits. And he knocks me out. I couldn't believe it. Biggs just rolled blanks and a focus. It was terrible. So I didn't get to use R2-D2 like I was hoping. I thought about using a green maneuver there to try and recharge some shields, but I also wanted to take a shot. And I was thinking at range 3, I'd roll 3 defense dice, I'd get at least 1 or 2 evade there, but nope. The green dice hated me, so I got what I got. So now I've got to try and guess what he's going to do. He's going to try and stay at range 2 or 3 in order to fire a missile. So I want to get close, but also not run into him. So I have to try and guess. Okay, is he going to go 1 forward, 2 forward? Is he going to try and bump? And then bring Crassus Trelix around and shoot me without using the torpedoes or missiles, whatever the case may be. But he's using that. Okay. So 1 straightforward. Taking a target lock on, I believe that's, I don't know, wedge possibly. So 2 straight, range 1, which is good for me, because now he can't use a missile. Missiles and torpedoes are range 2 to 3. So I'm taking target locks here with both Wedge and Wes Jansen. Wedge fires first. He doesn't get to roll, well, he rolls 1 less. Okay, expertise kicks in. When I take my target lock, re-roll the blank. Expertise, that's 4 hits. He rolls 1 die because of Wedge's ability. It's a blank. So that's 4 hits, and he's out. Not bad. I mean, Wes Jansen could have followed that up if need be, but... So that's 1 ship off the board for him. Biggs was like the red shirt in Star Trek, just taking it right from the gate. I was hoping Biggs would survive a little longer. R2 was just, it went to waste. I hate when I don't have upgrade points to use, or I don't get to use all the upgrade cards that I've assigned. But in Vinny's case, he had all those munitions that he didn't get to use, and that's what I was trying to deny him. And he fit perfectly in there, so that was expert flying there. He's taking a focus. Here comes Wes Jansen. And I'll be able to strip that focus because I get to shoot first. Alright, range 2 or 1, I can't tell. If I roll 4 die, it's 4, yeah. So, target lock, 4 hits, blank. So that's 4 shields. Down. Here comes Wes Jansen, range 2. Predator, nothing. Just terrible. Wes Jansen can't shoot with a damn. He got 2 blanks, but he still gets a face-down damage card. I strip his focus token per Wes Jansen's ability. Now he's got to decide who's he going to shoot. He can do his heavy laser cannon at range 2 to 3, so he would attack Wes Jansen if he used his heavy laser cannon. Or he can use primary attack against Wedge. And I think he's using his heavy laser on Wes Jansen, because he doesn't like that stripping ability that I'm doing. Alright, so we got 1 hit there, unfortunate. Spent my focus, got an evade, no damage. Alright. So I had a choice here. I didn't know if he would be banking left or right. I wasn't sure what he was going to do. So I was trying to prepare for both contingencies. I mean, the obvious choice here would be to turn to the camera's right, so he wouldn't run into the debris cloud on the left. But who knows? I mean, he has a rear firing arc, so he could go left, psych me out, and use his rear firing arc and attack. So I didn't want to make a 1 bank with both, and then him make a left, and then land on the debris, and then still shoot me out the back. That would be bad. So I had to try and come up with some contingency for both options. But he did decide to take the obvious. So he went to turn there. And what's he doing? Is he taking... He's taking a boost. He knows that Wes Jansen is going to strip him of a token, so he decides to boost instead, to avoid any sort of range 1 issue. Alright, so Wes Jansen is moving a 1 slight turn, just in case he did go that way. And now Wedge, 4K turn. So had he turned the other direction, Wedge would have had a shot. So I was trying to plan for both. Now, Wedge still has a shot here, luckily. So, 3 attack dice with Wedge. He's got 2 evade, no damage. Got lucky there. Wes Jansen shooting, range 2. Spending my focus, that's 3 hits. And he gets to use Flight Instructor to reroll the focus. And got an evade, so he takes a face up and face down. And the face up is a little glary here. Loose Stabilizer. After you execute a white maneuver, receive 1 stress token. Not very helpful because, well, he's on the edge of the board and there's not many green maneuvers that'll prevent him from going off the board. So he's got to take a white maneuver to turn around so he doesn't fly off the board. Alright, now we're arguing here over whether or not he has a firing solution. I didn't think he did, but he's insisting that he did. So so we go like this for about, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. But again, it's on 2x speed, so it won't take that long. So we roll for it. He gets a hit, so I let him have it. So he's got 3 attack dice out his rear firing arc on Wes Jansen. And I've got 2 evade, no damage against his 1. He didn't have a focus token, so he couldn't change any of them. So it didn't matter anyway. Okay. He's debating. Again, if he takes a white maneuver, he has to take a stress, which means no action for him. Both Wes Jansen and Wedge are both at full health, but that can change. They've only got 5 hit points each, so if he gets a nice shot in there or 2 with heavy laser cannon or just with his rear firing arc, that could change things. Alright, took a white maneuver, took a stress. 4K turn from me. Trying to stay out of his arc while getting an arc of my own. Took a stress. And Wedge is moving in, just 1 straight. Clearing stress so I can use my expertise again. Still at range 3, so I take a target lock. Alright, so Wedge does not go through the debris cloud, so no obstruction. Use expertise, 3 hits. 2 he rolls. Okay, so he gets an evade. It's 2 damage. Direct hit, so that's 3 hits instead of 2, and he's out. So that was a very good game. I think Vinny had the right idea with the TIE Punisher, loading it to bear. I think that he let himself become a target too early and, get wasted. If I were flying the TIE Punisher, I would have tried to get the fire spray out front and to just sort of draw fire, if at all possible, while the TIE Punisher sort of was able to fire torpedoes in its munitions without it being too much of a threat. Because when you see a honking fire spray coming at you, you're giving your opponent a choice. He veered off with his fire spray and only left him with 1 target. So next time, definitely, I think Vinny would need to keep his ships together. But overall, he still did very well. Vinny is an excellent player. Really enjoyed playing with him. Got rid of Biggs earlier than I wanted to, so it was still a close game. If you guys want to see more gameplay, let me know. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.